Hey there, anime fan, it's Sailor Moon Crystal review time. Today I'm looking at episode 10. The episode begins with the scouts hanging around Tokyo before pow, Serena, right to the moon. After the girls take one small step for man, one giant leap for Mahou Shoujo anime, they come across the ruins of the old Moon Kingdom, and a sword embedded in a stone pillar.
So, is Sailor Moon the queen of the Britons as well?
Not exactly. The scouts pull the thing out, and a hologram of Queen Serenity shows up to tell us stuff we all basically know. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the Dark Kingdom boys are spying on QB and Queen Metalia. They learn that they are in fact not a bunch of badly dressed, one-note evil goons. They are actually the loyal knights of Prince Endymion. But before the Self-Actualization Express can leave the station, Queen Beryl books the boys a trip on the good ship Mind Control. Destination, Tokyo.
Now that's some quality mangled metaphor there, Private.
Thanks, I do my best. This time, the bad guys are sending the city into an early and probably prolonged winter. Eat your heart out, Arendelle. But no sooner do the scouts go toe-to-toe with the Dark Kingdom, than the girls remember that they all used to be in love with the bad guys and refuse to fight.
Bull.
And Sailor Moon agrees with you, Sergeant. So she just blasts away the bad guys' bad weather with the Moon Crescent Wand, while the scouts try to unbrainwash their BFs with healing lasers to the face. Too bad the boys teleport away, and the episode ends with QB dispatching a brainwashed Tuxedo Mask to eliminate Sailor Moon. Oh boy, this one's not good. By this point, Sailor Moon Crystal is nothing if not redundant. In the last few episodes, we've gotten maybe 20% new plot development and 80% stuff we already know. The Dark Kingdom guys get most of the work. We learn that they were the Knights of Earth before the big space war.
Which was fought with swords, for some reason.
Well, Asgardians fight with medieval weapons too.
If at any point any of the Sailor Senshi summon Mjolnir, I will give that argument some small credence.
Anyway, the revelation was interesting, and I like how it adds to Darian's backstory. But I'm not digging the whole exact one-to-one Sailor Scout Knights of Earth relationship thing. Whenever something like that happens, it makes the world of the story feel small. Really small. In the original Avatar, I liked how they never had anything happen between Toph and Sokka or Zuko. All three of them had lives and relationships outside of being supporting characters. Mind-controlled Tuxedo Mask was one of the best subplots in the original anime. But splitting it 5 ways so now every single one of the girls has a brainwashed boyfriend to rescue, in this case, more is definitely not better. Tuxedo Mask, going to the dark side, is properly threatening, and I like how he seems to be going after Serena in her civilian life. It makes the bad guys look more, bad.
What, was trying to take over the world not good enough for you?
Now let's look at the action scene. It barely gets started before it's over. Even by Sailor Moon Crystal standards, this battle is short. There are some scenes where the scouts use their special moves and the occasional group super attack, but there's just not enough. Worst of all, the Dark Kingdom lieutenants seem to be doing all the fighting themselves. This is a problem because neither side can ever really win or lose. The girls always manage to just barely push back the bad guy du jour, and he always escapes. That's why the Yoma are important. The scouts get an unambiguous win, and the Dark Kingdom heavies get to feel like significant fights when they actually show up. Then there's that bit with the sword. I can't figure out whether or not it's going to be important. Queen Serenity says it's important, but after that they don't really acknowledge it. Okay, now it's time to break down the good and the bad in Sailor Moon Crystal, episode 10. On the good side, I like the connection between Darian and the Dark Kingdom lieutenants, and how Queen Beryl seems to be playing hardball by sending her newest flunky after Sailor Moon in her civilian life. On the downside, I don't like how every one of the knights and every one of the scouts seem to have paired off so perfectly. The action scene, if you want to call it that, is over almost as soon as it begins, and most of the episode is spent telling us stuff we already know. So I give Sailor Moon Crystal episode 10 a 2 out of 5. If you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel on YouTube at StupidPrivate913, or find my Facebook and DeviantArt pages for video updates and more. Thanks for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.